with another vlog. Of course, I'm here doing my skincare and talking to you. Flowers are still present. One has drooped slightly. I hope you're having a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, a great day whenever you're watching this. I'm very happy to be here, and I hope you are too. It has been one snowy winter, and I knew it was going to be like this. I had a feeling last winter, I was like, this is going to be a snowy one, and it has been. Just when the grass was starting to peek through, there she goes again, covered. I'm not particularly excited to see the snow, but I do appreciate kind of like the slowness and kind of like cuddly, I don't even know what other words to say, feeling that the snow brings. Like, it just feels like it's okay to kind of take things slow and be inside. I do appreciate that about snow and about winter, because you don't get a lot of days like that in the summer. Not that you want them. I think it's important to appreciate like the things that come with each season, and I feel very grateful to live in a place with seasons because they match the seasons of life. If I lived somewhere that was sunny 24/7, I think I'd feel maybe some anxiety for not like relaxing and retreating inward during the winter months. But who knows? Sunscreen, even on cloudy winter days. Anti-aging hack. I was listening to another great podcast this morning. I'm gonna have to remember to link. I'm gonna start linking the podcasts that I listen to throughout the week, because I've been doing that on the treadmill. I'm on a mental health journey, I guess, but it's more than that. Like, just like a very meditative, trying to use my brain to work for me, not against me era. And one of the main things I've been doing is listening to like podcasts, not bad ones, like good ones where you learn something about like yourself and your brain, where you can reflect during walking instead of like scrolling on TikTok. Also, big news, I for Lent I gave up scrolling, so I still post on the app. So like, for example, I'll open Instagram, I'll post something, I'm out of it. I open TikTok, I post something, I'm out of it. So I haven't scrolled for almost a week. It feels good, and I genuinely, it really doesn't take that long to build a habit. Don't feel any need to go on my phone and scroll, which I like. Okay. Hello. Excuse my crazy hair. I have to put it up. I'm just getting ready a little bit to go teach some violin lessons. I have, I think, 6 or 7 students today. Hi, Kat. I have to clean my camera. I think it's dirty. Ah, much better. Whoa. Okay. I look insane. Try your best to ignore that. Feeling so bloated. I'm wearing my favorite outfit where I have on like a turtleneck and then a poncho over it. I love it. I'm just feeling very bloaty. I spent the last hour and a half, what a luxury by the way, in the middle of the day, a beautiful sunny winter day, reading. I finished finally my first book of the year. One of my goals this year is to become a reader again, because there is nothing I love than cozying up with a book and reading a story. I love stories so much. The Devil Weara Prada, I felt like was going to be a good book to get back into a phase of my life where I read, because it's a story I'm familiar with. It's lighthearted. I figured it would be an easy read, which it was. I will say, I'll give a little review of the book. Now again, huge fan of the movie. So like, and I've watched the movie countless times. So some would say it's probably unfair for me to try to judge the book after being a big fan of the movie, but I'm going to do it anyways. I think this is like a rare instance where the book is not as good as the movie. And I'll give my reasons. I have a couple reasons why. Number one, I think the movie is fun and witty and silly and glamorous, humorous. You know, I like it. It's lighthearted. The book is very serious and deals with lots of like big life issues. Like there's a lot of serious subjects covered in there. Like I was anxious reading it. Like in the book, she has a friend. Andrea, the main character, has a friend who's dealing with lots of like really dark things. And I just can't honestly say I enjoyed reading it. I finished it because I wanted to finish the book. I wanted it to be like my first book of the year. I finished it. I didn't enjoy it and I would not read it again. But I would watch the movie again. And if you've seen the movie, it ends mostly the same. But I just like, it just felt dark. It felt super detailed. Like I was finding myself sometimes skimming over the details because I was like, it was basically like the book was full on anxiety of Andrea completing Miranda's lists of things to do. And sometimes it was just like too much. It was too much description. Like I couldn't even get myself to read some of the paragraphs. I'd have to just like skim over them. So, you're probably wondering what my next read is. I've got it lined up. I'm getting ready early so I can be ready so I can start reading it. So by the time I get picked up to go to work, I can have a good chunk started. I can just like get up and go. I'm the type of person who gets like anxious when it gets near the time that I have to leave to be somewhere, and I like to get ready beforehand and just kind of like sit in the fact that I'm ready. I know that's like maybe crazy, but I feel like some of you will get that. I have to get like ready just because I like to be able to get up and go. I don't want to be like running around when I have to leave. So yeah, I think my makeup looks okay. My skin is struggling. Concealer is really good. Sometimes like I'm just putting on concealer just to feel a little bit better about myself, and then all of a sudden I'm in like full glam because it's so nice. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. My favorite story of all time, the story that has gotten me into stories, is The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings is my favorite story of all time. Frodo and the Ring. I love it. I watched the movie religiously since I was 4 years old. The music is literally, I credit the music to me playing violin because that's how I taught myself how to play. When I first started I had a Lord of the Rings book and I had a CD, and I literally taught myself how to play all of the Lord of the Rings songs before I had a teacher or anything. So anyways, I've decided that I want to read all of the books. And if you're not familiar, Lord of the Rings takes place in like a fantasy land called Middle Earth. Tolkien, the author, he created like a full history of this made up land. And I've never read, the only movies that are out are the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, which is like the prequel. But there's 2 books, or I think there might be more, that come before that like set up everything that happened. So long story short, I can't remember the title. I'm starting the first book in the series. I think it's called The Silmarillion. I didn't get that right, but it's something like that. And I am very excited, feeling very puffy. who cares? But I'm ready for work, and I'm going to go read my book.